Today's Namaste Yoga continues the Nourishing Your Energy Reserves series, and it's about slowing down. Hello and welcome to episode 258 of Namaste Yoga. Thank you so much for joining us today. Today's episode is about slowing down. So thank you to Dusky Leaf for my yoga props today. I don't think you're going to need a lot of props, maybe a chair to sit on or a meditation cushion or a folded blanket for when we do our mudra. Other than that, I think you'll just need your yoga mat. And then thanks to Squeezed Yoga Clothing for my clothes today, I'm wearing a pair of long black leggings and I'm wearing a bra cami. These are nice because they have a little shelf bra in them, and I'm wearing the Ganesh bra cami in moss today. So I wanted to let you know that we are gifting a yearly membership to a deserving Namaste yogi, and I've received several submissions for that already. Lots of really touching stories, so thank you to all of you who have submitted that. I will be giving details about that at the end of the show, so make sure you watch all the way to the end, and I will tell you how you can find out more details about that, how to win a membership. So today's testimonial comes to us from Helena from when she became a member. And I thought this one was great for today's show because it speaks to the challenge of slowing down and perhaps the challenge of being with this style of yoga compared to many of the other styles that might be out there on the YouTube sphere. So she said, "Dear Melissa, I am, besides many other things, a dancer and a circus artist. I am used to hardcore training, and I have many injuries because of that. In January of 2013, I was training some high jumps, and I landed really badly with my leg in between some high mats. I could not go to the regular training anymore because it was hard even to walk. The pain was constant. Then I started to look for training styles possible to do at home with my own timing between my TV, sofa, work, and children. I have movement education in my background, and I have done various styles of yoga from time to time since I was 8 by myself and in groups. So I looked consciously for yoga classes by the internet for my recovery, but I was really only looking for hardcore yoga practices. The recovery took a long time. I was already losing hope to get rid of the pain until at the end of 2013, I got a good form of combination of soft manual therapy and a good moving practice. She's from Germany. Actually, I have no idea why I decided to click on one of your YouTube videos that came into my search one day. I think it was a combination of 1,000 little details. Probably I was tired that day, not wishing to do 100 push-ups again, though I didn't want to admit that to myself. I had no money to join real life training. I wanted to alter my training routine with a more relaxed and slower class between my power stuff. I did like the way you presented yourself. I did see a system behind the videos and class, which was important to me. For sure, it was impressive for me that every class had a theme. I love the idea that I could decide for myself what was important that day. I need to nourish or gather energy or let go of the past. Okay, so this part to me is really important. This is another longer testimonial, but I think it's important to hear people's stories and where they came from and their kind of challenges, even with doing the yoga. So I must say, at that time, I was a normal contemporary person. I was burned out from work. I was so tired that I never slept. We're going to talk about this a bit more in this class. But I also fell into a coma at night. I was drinking alcohol and I was smoking almost every day to release the stress. So I know a lot of you can relate to that. I can relate to that. I used to drink to relieve my stress too. And here is something I really wanted to share with you. And this is important. I think this is really important. It was so hard for the first month to follow the class. I was sitting in one pose thinking inside of me, I'm losing time, I'm losing time, I'm losing time. By this time, I could have done 30 push-ups, I could have done some abdominals, I could have stretched, I could have been bending, I could have been doing the splits or whatever. I'm losing time. So I think this is like, probably a lot of people can relate to this. But luckily, I had a rule, which was to finish what you're doing and tomorrow choose differently, maybe. But to my surprise, I chose again your videos. Maybe my body said, I want to lay down instead of standing on those hands for an hour. And somehow I managed to hear it. The psychologist and therapist in me also said, this is a challenge for you. If you can spend an hour a day and say it was meaningful, you have made a huge step. I do like challenges, and probably this helped me also. At the same time around in my life, a lot of changes happened also. I quit my regular job and became a freelancer. I started to recover from my injury. I learned to take time. My thinking changed a lot. So that's the story of how I found your videos. A logical sequence of events, inner need to develop, and maybe a helping hand from the spirits around. I also finally discovered for the development, you don't have to be the best, the quickest, or the strongest, or the slimmest. She says, genius, huh? And that's her testimonial. So thank you for listening. I know it was a little longer, but I think there was a lot of important things in there that she shared. So thank you, Helena. So thank you so much for sharing your testimonials, your stories with me about how you came to Namaste Yoga, how it's impacted your life. It really helps all of us to come together as a community and to understand and know how yoga is impacting us day in and day out. So if you're not already lying down, go ahead and lie down on your back and we will get started with today's class on slowing down. And thank you, Helena, for bringing us into today's theme as well. So on your back, you can, if you want to, you can have your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor. You may even want to put a bolster underneath your knees. Just do whatever you can to make yourself the most comfortable that you can. You may even want to put a blanket over top of you for the beginning part. Take a deep breath in through your nose and let it fall out of your mouth. And allow all your attention to come back to yourself. Let yourself be here now for the next hour, taking this time for yourself. And now bring your focus and awareness to your breath. And without any effort, without any strain, allow your breath to slow down. We can go back to that image that we've been using since the beginning of this series. As you breathe in, draw your breath into your body. And as you breathe out, let your breath sink into your belly, imagining a lake getting deeper and wider in your belly, so that your energy reserves are like a well, getting wider and deeper, building your energy reserves in your lower belly each time you exhale. Let all your attention settle on your breath in your belly. So let your intention throughout this class to be to breathe slowly and to move slowly. You can stay lying on your back. And if it's comfortable to have your legs straight out long, you can keep your legs straight out long. And you're going to begin as slowly as possible. Breathe in the center. And breathe out. Roll your head to one side. Breathe in center. And breathe out, roll your head to the other side. Breathe in center. Breathe out, roll your head to the side. Let your head be as heavy as possible. And keep going slowly with your breath. Seeing if you can slow down even more. And we'll go one more time each side. And then the next time you roll your head to the right side, as you roll your head to the right side, glide your right shoulder blade, elbow, wrist, fingertips down towards your ankle. Inhale, glide back up. And then as you roll your head to the left, glide your left shoulder, elbow, wrist, fingertips down to your left ankle. And then the next time you come center, you're going to roll your head to the right, glide your shoulder, elbow, wrist down, but also reach your hip bone down. And then do that on the other side. And then come back to the center and bring your focus to your heels, and you're going to windshield wiper your heels from side to side. And by windshield wipering your heels, you'll be rotating your hip joints in their sockets. So moving these slowly. Remember, our intention is to move slowly today. Just noticing maybe one joint is moving more smoothly than the other. And then take a deep breath in through your nose. Let it fall out of your mouth. And from here, you're going to bend your knees. Place your feet flat on the floor. And draw your knees into your chest. Hold on to your knees with your palms of your hands. And you're going to draw your knees into your chest. And inhale, move them away. Exhale, draw your knees into your chest. Inhale, draw them away. Breathe out slowly, bring your knees into your chest. Breathe in, draw them away. And then we're going to practice rolling a bit. So you're going to open out to the side, roll to the side, and then open out to the other side and roll to the other side. So you just open your knees and close your knees and let that action roll you from side to side, holding on to your knees. Notice what's happening to your energy as you slow down, move slowly, breathe slowly. And then the next time you come to your right side, you're going to stay here and make your way from your right side up onto all fours slowly. So keep that intention of moving slowly through this class. Okay, so you're going to come onto all fours with your hands under your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. Spread your fingers wide. And you're going to take your left leg to the back of your mat and your right arm to the front of your mat. Lift your arm and leg, inhale. And then exhale, slowly bring your elbow and your knee in. And inhale, reach them out again. Exhale, bring them in. Inhale, reach them out. Exhale in. Inhale out. And one more. And then lower your arm and leg. And we'll do this on the other side. So left arm forward, right leg back. And you're going to reach up, inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach up. And then come on back down. And we're going to do a little twist and rotation for your spine. So you're going to sit with your legs in a zigzag with that would be your right leg in front of your left leg. And then twist so that your left arm comes to the outside of your right leg. And exhale, round back. And inhale, arch forward. Exhale, round back. Inhale, arch forward. And then you're going to switch sides. So switch so that your left leg is in front. Zigzag legs. And you can feel the space under your buttocks if you have one buttocks that's higher than the other. Rotate so your right arm is to the outside of your left leg. And then same thing, exhale round. Inhale, arch and look up. So cat pose from this zigzag position. Nice and slow. Great. And then you're going to come to a comfortable seated position for your seated meditation with your mudra and to receive the teachings for today. So, oops. You can sit cross-legged. I like to sit with one leg in front of another. You want to sit so that your hips are higher than your knees, so your knees rest on the ground. You can also sit kneeling on a block or on a chair. You might even want to rest your back against the wall. We're going to do the Makara mudra. So the way that works is you take your thumb and your fourth finger, you bring it together, you extend your other fingers. Then you take the web of your hand between your thumb and your index finger, and you place it between your ring and your baby finger so that the palm of your hand, of your right hand, rests against the roof of your left hand. And this rests at the level of your navel. Close your eyes, soften your belly, and slow down your breath. And feel your belly rising and falling with your breath in and your breath out. And let your attention expand to include your low back, so that you can feel your kidneys and your adrenal glands as well. And visualize an ocean of deep blue water there. Imagining the power of this water is nourishing your kidneys and your entire body. So as I've mentioned, today's class is about slowing down. And in our culture, we spend our days rushing around. Many of us live in cities that bustle around us. We move around quickly in cars and on rapid transit. When we feel like we can't keep going, we keep ourselves going with stimulants like caffeine, caffeinated beverages, and sugary snacks. Because our culture favors speed and activity, we don't take the time to rest and relax. In fact, with all the speed and activity, it becomes difficult to slow down, and sleep can even elude us to the point of insomnia. And Helena talked about that in her introduction today. Mentally, we spend 12 plus hours a day in front of screens, consuming TV, internet, music, videos, texting, and gaming. Researchers have found that non-workplace information consumption has increased 350% since 1980. So all this screen time and overuse of our intellect results in restlessness and poor memory. Emotionally, the rushing, busyness, stimulants, and screen time causes us to become overreactive and hypersensitive. We begin to experience anxiety. We feel easily hurt, offended, and it feels as though our nerves are always raw. So we can give ourselves permission to slow down a lot. We can rest, nap, sleep more, and move at a much slower pace. Physically, this actually means moving at a slower pace. Instead of zipping around in our cars or on public transport, we can make the choice to get there more slowly by walking. So that's an option that can really nourish our energy reserves. Mentally, we can give ourselves permission to take break from our work, even if it is short screen breaks during our work days. Today in our class, we will practice slowing down and taking a break mentally. So go ahead and reflect on those teachings and how they relate to you and your life. And begin to form an intention for what it is that you would like to receive from this class. What is it that you are trying to create, sustain, release, or rebirth in your life right now? And how could this class best help you to do that? Then once you've formed your intention, you can go ahead and release the mudra from your hands. And you can make your way up to standing. Okay, from standing, we're going to come into a standing forward fold as slowly as possible as part of our slow movement today. So you're going to have your feet underneath your hip bones. And you're just going to, as slowly as possible, drop your chin to your chest. And then you're going to roll down through your spine with you're going to have your knees soft, your knees bent. And vertebra by vertebra, you're going to slowly roll forward. Keep your knees bent. Each time you exhale, you're going to roll forward a little bit more. The person that gets down the last wins. That's how slow we're going to go. Remember to lift and spread your sit bones, roll your pelvis over your leg bones. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Drop the crown of your head, let the back of your neck be long. And when you get down there, you're just going to sweep from side to side. So to come back up, you're going to keep your knees bent, and you're going to, first of all, draw up through your pelvic floor and your navel. You're going to roll your pelvis over your leg bones first. So that's the first thing to come back vertical. Then you're going to slowly roll up through the vertebra of your spine. so that your head is the last thing to come. Your skull is the last thing to come on top of your spine. Yeah, what happens when I start talking more slowly is my volume goes down, so sorry about that. Okay, so then just check in and notice how you feel after going down and up. Okay, and then from here we're going to come back down and lie on our stomachs. Okay, on your stomach, I'm going to get you to place your hands out to the side and turn your head to one side. So your left arm will lie more flat than mine is. Mine just doesn't rest very flat right now, but it's getting better. And all you're going to do right now is let your body rest really heavy on the ground, and very slowly you're going to just inhale, ride your breath up, and exhale, turn and rest your head on the other side. So inhale, ride your breath up, and then exhale, turn and rest your head on the other side. Let your head be really heavy. And then you're going to take your hands and place them underneath your shoulders with your elbows pointing back. Rest your forehead on the ground. And inhale. Lift your chest up off the ground. And then slowly lower down. Push yourself up and back with your knees. Draw your knees up underneath you and come into child's pose. If this doesn't work for you, you can go back to lying on your back with your knees into your chest. And then roll up through your spine and make your way back to that zigzag leg position with your right leg in front of your left leg. Fill the space underneath your left butt cheek. And then you're going to take your left hand to the outside of your right leg and twist. And come back to the center, switch your legs. Inhale here. Exhale, take your right hand to the outside of your left leg and twist. Slow down your breath. And then come back to the center. And from here, I did want you to use a prop today, now I remember. You're going to take a folded blanket or a meditation cushion so you can elevate your pelvis a little bit and grab your bolster and place it underneath your knees. So you're going to lift your pelvis so that it's easier for your pelvis to roll over your leg bones. And then you're going to place the bolster underneath your knees. And you're going to come into a seated forward fold, a nice modified, easy seated forward fold. And then roll your pelvis back over your leg bones to come back up to seated. And you're going to make your way from here down to lie down for your savasana. So I would keep the bolster underneath your legs for this. And then I was a lot further up on my mat than I thought I was. Simply lie down onto your back. Maybe pull a blanket on top of you so that you don't catch a chill. And rest back so you can receive and integrate your practice into your body. There's a blanket. This is a nice blanket too. So there you go. See, you can put a nice cozy blanket on top of you. And let yourself deeply relax. And I'm going to sit up now and give you your poem. Okay, so today, while you're in Shavasana, I have more of a quote for you by somebody named Doko. Just slow down. Slow down your speech. Slow down your breathing. Slow down your walking. Slow down your eating. And let this slower, steadier pace perfume your mind. Just slow down. Slow down your speech. Slow down your breathing. Slow down your walking. Slow down your eating. And let this slower, steadier pace perfume your mind. So reflect back on today's class and notice what stands out for you, what seems most important. And decide what it is that you want to carry with you off your mat and into your life. And start to gather that up as you allow your breath to deepen. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Bend your knees. And roll to your right side slowly. And pause there, take a breath. And then slowly make your way up to seated. And you can make your way up to seated to finish our class with our Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu mantra as a way to gather up the fruits of our practice into ourselves and then to offer them out into the world. So you start with your left palm up and your right palm down. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. So may all beings be happy and free, and may the thoughts, words, and actions of our own lives contribute in some way to the happiness and freedom for all. So if you liked today's class, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, And if you know somebody who might benefit from today's class or might enjoy it, then please share this class with them. If you resonated with any of these teachings and you want to go deeper with slowing down and you want support with that, then we'd love to help you with that. You can subscribe to our membership site. I have 3 things to recommend that will support you in that on our membership site that you can subscribe to here. One would be the insomnia series. So as I mentioned in the teachings today, what happens with all the busyness all around us is what can happen is that contributes to insomnia, just because that fast pace. Then when you stop at the end of the day, you can't actually sleep. So in the insomnia series, we have 2 yoga classes, one for daytime, one for evening. We have breath practices, we have a lecture, we have some recipes, and we have some recommendations for diet in there even. Also, I would recommend the Introduction to the Meditation series because it gives you that mental break for your mind, because we talked about how much screen time we have now, and that just really impacts your brain. And then once you've really gotten that introduction to meditation, then we have a meditation group on our membership site to help to support you in your meditation from week to week. Also, I told you at the beginning of the class that I would let you know how you can receive a free membership. We're gifting a free membership. December the 19th is the last day to apply for that. So we suggest that you nominate somebody, or you can even nominate yourself for this. We're going to be giving the gift of a Namaste Yoga membership to a deserving Namaste yogi. So send us your story. We've already received so many touching stories. It's going to be difficult to choose. Let us know how Namaste Yoga has impacted your life, helped you turn your life around, and we will choose somebody to gift a membership to at this time of year, and that's going to be our pleasure to do that. So I'm sending you much love from beautiful British Columbia. May you experience the strength of our mountains. May you be as rooted as the trees in our forest, and may your joy be as deep as our oceans. Om Shanti Namaste.
Melissa would love to hear your questions and thoughts. Please leave your comments below the video. Thank you for your reviews on iTunes and YouTube. Your reviews help us to share yoga and a yoga lifestyle with others around the world. If you have a question for Melissa, you can leave a voice message at melissawest.com, and Melissa may answer it in an upcoming blog.